Hi everyone, it's the 15th of July. Well, after Thursday's sudden drop, obviously the dips are still getting bought and it didn't touch that red bottom band on the ES futures continues, and it still is kind of back testing that green internal resistance line. You can see here that resistance, that internal resistance of the green channel is still holding. And it still has to really push. So I'm going to put that red bottom band here, and it still really has to push all the way to that red top band, and then we'll see whether it can break it or not, or it comes down to the red bottom band properly for the third time, and then we bounce off and run. And the level would be, if it wants to touch that red bottom band, is 5640, 5640. On the cash CFD, you can see that blue resistance was back tested at the low of Friday. That is the perfect touch on that blue broken resistance, and it rallied how many points? 55.75 all the way to 56.50, or just over 56.50. So that was the perfect bounce off that blue broken resistance. And I don't think it's going to drop anytime soon below that. The red channel is still intact. Is it going to touch the red bottom band and the blue one more time and then rally? If it wants to do that, it would also, let me show you here. It could also, touch that blue red. So, touch that blue red and let's put this in black. Right, if it wants to come down one more time, because it may become quite choppy, we are at very overbought territory. We may consolidate a bit more. So anything around 55.75 on the SPX cash would be another kind of a triple support, that red, blue, and black. Dow Jones, on the other hand, had properly broken that blue resistance. This is the continuous cash. We bought the red resistance break. The black resistance was broken and back tested. The golden channel is intact. This is the futures continuous, that perfect touch at the bottom band, which confirmed it as a channel. Then we broke that blue resistance, and it is now at a new all-time high. That is what we have been expecting. I have been expecting, and here we are at a new all-time high. And there is more upside. Clearly, that golden top band should be the next target, which is at 41,200. Dow Jones Cash had broken. This is where we bought it, actually. Dow Jones Cash we bought, rallied, pulled back. You can see the blue sideways channel was broken and back tested. Now the purple major resistance from the highs of April, high of May, so first, second, third, and this is now the fourth and fifth touch, and it looks like it is breaking it to the upside. The ultimate target is that red top band for this giant run since the low of October, end of October, beginning of November. We bounced off the blue bottom band. You may remember, my long-term members remember, I called a long, I called more long, and of course, it dragged its feet for months while back testing it 3 times. This was far from ideal. But then finally, without breaking back into the blue bull flag, we rallied. Purple resistance was broken. The green one is intact, and it didn't touch that green bottom band, not even for the second time. So that if it comes to that level, we will think about buying it again, but we are already long, and I think there is more upside coming all the way to 42,000, which is that red top band on the cash. NASDAQ is inside the red channel, and we had the red top band, first, second, third. The red bottom band hasn't been tested yet, so if it comes down to that level, I think we're going to keep on running, and the level for that red bottom band touch would be 20,250-ish. But is it going to get there? That's the main question. And ultimately, obviously, we are inside the blue, very large. Hopefully, that blue top band is our target. This is a daily chart, and this is the low of 22 October, and this is the low of 23 October, 23 last October, and the red bull flag was broken. So everything has been pointing to more upside, and we have been on the right side of the market for quite some time, isn't it? So now the green top band is the obvious target. If it stays inside the red, we keep on pushing higher. NASDAQ cash, that blue resistance, right? It was perfect breakout, back test. The purple, the blue, they were both broken and back tested. Now it bounced off the golden bottom band, and I even pointed to the bounce and buy signal. Actually, it was on the public channel, 20,200. It rallied to 20,500 in a matter of hours. That was like a 300-point run. It is still inside this golden uptrend, which is perfect. And there should be more upside all the way to 22,000 as long as it stays inside this golden uptrend. If it breaks the golden bottom band, then we should look into a channel with two touches here on the top band. So the slope of that next channel would be slightly lower, something like this. So I'm going to put it there, right? That would be the next potential uptrend. The red top band would be something like this, right? I'm going to hit it. Yeah, something like this. And the red bottom band would be like this, okay? So even if the golden channel breaks, I think the red one may hold, but it's speculative at the moment this year. This sudden loss, I think, is going to be gained back. And if you look at Russell, this is what I've been calling for a very long time. Well, it rallied, tried to break it, came down, tried to break it, came down. Then the red resistance was broken with the news, inflationary news. And you can see that giant blue resistance is now broken. And it touched 2190. It has clearly broken out. And if we come down for a back test at 2150, around 2100, that is going to become a buy signal, clearly. And of course, the green top band or the blue top band are the targets. Is it going to get there? I think it will. FTSE had bounced, had come down from the purple resistance. That is a perfect resistance, okay? And if the blue bottom band holds if it pulls back to 8170, this is futures continuous data, okay? 8170, and then it starts to rally to break that purple resistance. That becomes a perfect buy signal to target 8550. DAX, the long signal was given here. I removed the purple channel that I had mentioned in the previous videos because this here hasn't become a proper channel yet, but let me first talk about this one. The blue resistance was broken, back tested, it rallied. Now the golden major resistance, this is the high of May, again high of May, and then high of July. So that resistance is now gone, which is perfect actually. That golden resistance is gone, the blue one is gone, and we are inside the red uptrend. So the minimum target is the red top band. And of course, if it gets there and breaks it, then it's going to get all the way to 19,500, possibly. And it's this blue uptrend, which is not even an uptrend yet because the blue bottom band has only one touch. So either way, this entire move is looking very good. This is a beautiful breakout spike. And it's coming closer to a backtest. And if it does backtest, that becomes another long signal. If it does hold. But the long signal to members of the futures was given at 18,450. It rallied all the way to 800, I think, close to 800. So, over 300 points in 2 days. That was a beautiful trade. Now, CAC, which is a French index, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches on that purple resistance, and it still hasn't been broken. First of all, it has to break that purple and the green and then the red one. If it does break all of the three, but of course it first has to start with the purple, then it gets to 7,770, which is that red top band. Clearly that red channel may turn into a bear flag, but if it does break that one too, that would be the invalidation of a bear flag, which would of course become very bullish. The obvious target would be that blue resistance at 7,900 plus, and there is this gap here at 8,000. TLT is now forcing, so remember that blue resistance in the last video, the golden bull flag broken, back tested, the red support is holding, that blue resistance is ready to be broken, which is going to start a big run. And I think it's going to get to 100 plus, which is that green major potential resistance now. So we got to watch out very carefully. That purple resistance by the 10-year note is already broken. And I don't think it's going to go below that. And the golden top band will be the next potential resistance right now. But the fact that this green giant channel is broken to the upside is clearly very bullish for bonds. This is oil, and oil reversed at that golden major resistance rail one more time. Okay, so let me show you on the 4-hourly chart. That is perfection, really. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. And after the fifth touch, it came down, broke down this blue bear flag. And I think it's going to come down to 80 now. So this is a bear flag broken. So at least it's going to come down below 81 and probably 80, which is that green bottom band potential support. And this is Brent oil. It has back tested the black internal support that was broken. Now it's trying this black support, that bottom band support. And if it does break that golden support together with the black, I think there is going to be a big sell-off starting. So maybe that green bottom band is not going to hold at the for US oil. But of course, there is going to be, maybe there will be a bounce off that green, that golden support zone, yeah, that 80 bounce and then back down, which would be a giant bear flag breakdown, and then I think it would target below 70 once more. Natural gas is now very close. This is the continuous chart, clearly, and the purple broken resistance is going to be back tested. I think I said 22.25, maybe 22, I don't know, 22.15, 22.20. We may see a touch on that, and then we may see a big bounce off that level, right? And I'm going to just make a note that this red potential downtrend is intact as well. So this is the September contract, and you can see the red bottom band is breaking with a gap down. I don't know if this data is correct. I think it is, because I don't see it on the. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's the gap down. This red support is broken by natural gas. This is a giant bear flag that is broken on the September contract. While gold is pushing, obviously this was a spike up with the inflation data. It's still above that purple support. And is it going to touch that green and then come down a little bit to that green bottom band and then rally? That would be a nice level to buy into if it does touch and bounce off that. But the fact that the purple support is still holding is, of course, bullish. Today is bullish, and we may get a touch on that green top band at 24.35, 36. And then from there, maybe we'll see another consolidation. But of course, this green resistance may be broken, and it will get to that golden top band. That would become also a resistance. That golden top band is 24.57, 24.60. And this is, excuse me, this is silver. That purple resistance was broken with news, and then it came down. It has broken that red support, it has broken the green, but of course this green one may turn into a bear flag if it comes down, or maybe like it's going to be a big bounce off it. So we don't know that yet. I don't have a feeling for silver, honestly, because that red support is broken. The purple resistance break was short-lived, was a fake because of data news. So I'm going to remove that purple one. And is it going to touch the green bottom band and then rally? Or is it going to straight up rally? Let's keep that purple resistance, right? Let's keep it for now. Maybe it wants to prove that the last week's move was fake, but if it breaks it this time for good, I think that is not going to be short-lived. It's going to rip and it's going to go be above 32. Either way, the silver is the weakest link at the moment. It's not really running compared to gold. And even platinum, you can see the blue resistance. I don't like this one, but this golden top band, right? This could turn into a bear flag, or maybe if it gets to the golden top band. But either way, this golden internal resistance is holding. So it could come down, touch that purple bottom band, and then maybe rally. Or if it breaks the purple, then we should see more downside by platinum. It just can't get a break, really. Platinum has been just dragging her feet for such a long time, and we'll see whether it can rally or not. But either way, it is not really ideal technical picture. Oh, this red top band, maybe. It's kind of a, I don't know, the red, that would be a little bit of a made up thing. So I remove that red top band. Okay, this is silver continuous futures chart. In a way, this is still bullish. You can see it is still above that red support, right? It's kind of right there. That red support has been active, which is why silver may start to rally on the continuous chart. And gold continuous chart is also quite impressive. Let me show you where we are at. The gold continuous futures, right? It's this one. If it wants to rally, I'm going to put this in blue color, right? If it comes down to that blue bottom band, we may still see a really big rally. So it's quite a different chart compared to the spot chart, to be honest. This is where it started. So if you look at the continuous chart, yeah, it's not entirely different because my previous channel, the green channel, is a bit different. So I'm now going to put that channel, the blue one, also here and see whether that is going to work or not. So let's put this in blue as well, and then see whether that blue bottom band gets tested and if it rallies again, if that purple support breaks, of course. So this is copper, and copper has bounced off the blue bottom band, got to the blue top band. It's now, I mean, it tried to break it but failed so far. But I think eventually it's going to break and we're going to get to 480. This is a consolidation bull flag. Palladium is back testing this blue broken resistance. It's not my favorite market. I'm not going to cover it. I reject it, really. Euro, this is the high of 21. So this is a long-term chart. So the red bull flag is broken, right? The green, so this is what I saw this morning. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. So many touches, and it looks like it wants to break out. This, especially this golden resistance rail or zone is holding, and the red bull flag is broken. So I think Euro is ready to run big to 113, 114. That's the level where I think it's going to get. Pound sterling, I had mentioned as 130 as the magical level, and it almost is there. It's going to 130.10, 130.10, which is that green plus golden major double resistance. So we may come down from 130, 130.10. US dollar, Japanese yen is, so I'm going to, I have looked into it a little bit more. Let's say, look, let's put it this way, 2 hourly chart, right? So bear with me. Forget about this red one. The golden support rail is holding. The blue support zone is back tested. Yeah, that was a previous resistance. Now it's gone back to. Now, if you look at the 1 hourly chart, right, there is a small red bull flag that is breaking to the upside. So I think US dollar Japanese yen is ready to run to back to where this spike started. This is the news of last week. So I think we're going to get to that 161, 162 level, that zone, that 161.50, I think. And then maybe all the way to 163 even. So there is still potential upside all the way to that red top band, as long as this golden support holds and the blue support holds. So yeah, and DXY is bearish clearly. This is the golden channel was broken, and yeah, looks like there's more downside. Aussie dollar has had broken the red bull flag at 67.90. I'm still holding half long, and we're going to get to that blue top band at 68.10 or 68.25. That's where I may get out of that position. But of course, if this blue top band breaks, that is going to become a giant bull flag breakout. And of course, Kiwi has to break that golden resistance, and it would be a really big break at 61.90, 62. Yeah, that would be a giant buy signal at 6,200. Okay, let's have a look at agriculturals. Coffee broke down that purple channel, right? And it basically, look, I'm going to show you the long term. That purple resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches on that purple resistance, but so far we haven't broken it. And I think there is a chance for it to come down towards 225, 223. Yeah. And then rally after filling this gap. That is possible. So the rest of the agriculturals have been bashed so badly. Wheat, I had been saying 535 as a target, and that's exactly where we are at that purple support, right? So I'm going to show you the September contract. I mentioned about this golden support that is breaking, and 1, 2, 3 touches, and that's exactly where it broke down from 557, and it's at 534. That's 20 points free money there if you have shorted it with my signal. Okay, and it is now testing that blue bottom band. That's why I think wheat is going to start a big rally from here. Let's see. Soybeans also, you can see the blue top band held, came down, purple bear flag broken, and we're going to see maybe another touch at that green bottom band, right? Or I may even argue, right, that if we have to be a bit more precise on this sort of lines, I'm just, making up a channel at the moment. It's not a channel yet, but it is a potential channel. Just like the green one, it's just a slightly different slope, okay? And that red bottom band may get tested, and then soybeans may rally from there at 1,080. And September contract, this is incredible. Like I mentioned about the blue top band as a potential resistance, it exactly touched that, came down, and the purple bear flag was broken to the downside at 1,125.27, and it's already at 1,086. So it has also broken down the blue downtrend. A downtrend breaking to the downside clearly is very, very bearish. So where do we bottom out? I don't think we are going to bottom out anytime soon on soybeans. This is September contract. It may come down all the way to the red bottom band. But if you look at the soybeans green bottom band and red, That's at 1070. Yeah, but a September contract is 1050, 1060. So there is no light at the end of the tunnel so far for agriculturals. Corn is the same, red bear flag broken, and the September contract is the only one that gives a little bit of hope for corn because of the red bottom band that is still holding. Okay, and if it touches the blue top band, pull back, and then maybe a rally, that is going to be the savior, that red bottom band. Cocoa and sugar, I don't have much to say about sugar because, it really is not able to rally to that black top band, but it's still inside the blue uptrend. So there is still hope for sugar. An October contract may be forming this red bull flag. Finally, cotton, it hasn't really tested that 67, but it came very close to that level. The previous lows are holding. Okay, now Bitcoin, if you look at the Bitstamp, the data from Bitstamp, that is the black channel. It didn't touch the black bottom band properly, but it's the red bull flag, and now the blue bull flag is broken, which is why it turned very bullish yesterday after the break of that blue bull flag. So from 59,900, right, it is at 62 or 63. So that was a big, I posted it yesterday on X, and it looked very bullish. Ethereum, the purple channel was broken, and it didn't even become a channel. I think that is a little bit of I don't know. But that blue resistance rail is going to become the next major, maybe becoming the next major resistance. So to pull back one more time, I don't think the golden bottom band is going to be tested again. I don't think that's going to happen. I was dreaming that it's going to get a test, and then that golden bottom band we can buy, but it's not going to happen, I think. Maybe that blue resistance will hold, we pull back a little bit, and then rally. CAS is getting closer, so altcoins are looking very good. That green top band is going to be broken at 20 cents. Anything above 20 cents, you buy CAS. And OM is now going to test that red top band one more time, and if it does break, OM is going to rally. I'm going to show you on the where it's already at all-time highs, right? This here is a giant, like let's see, a horizontal line like this, right? It has already broken all-time highs, and the red top band is going to be broken, and OM is going to keep on ripping. As simple as that. Jasmy is off the green support, and I think that is looking also cautiously bullish. PAL has broken the black resistance, and I think it's going to get to the purple top band, maybe pull back one more time, and then rally to new all-time highs. Pepe is inside the green bull flag. Maybe we'll see a touch on that black and then rally. Monero has to break 180. Aave, which I showed last week, it has broken the green resistance, which is obviously very bullish, looking very, very good. Aave, and but it has to get to the blue top band and break that as well. It's $105. So Aave has real value. Compared to other like 1 cent, 0.00 cents, Aave has real value. ACH is probably going to test that golden resistance maybe after that rally. ADA slightly positive, but of course it has to break that golden resistance. ATA, not much to say, honestly. It's not really looking any good. Audio is trying to break above that golden broken support, but either way, it really has to break that red top band for me to get interested. AWAC's not good. BMEX well, not good. And whatever I threw at it, it hasn't really worked. So I'm going to now remove everything. Okay, I remove drawings and then see whether it is going to give us something more clearer. And Binance Coin has failed to break that blue giant bull flag, but is it going to break? We don't know. You can see Chili's has to break that the green and golden. CKB is off that golden support, so I had mentioned last week this is one of the good ones. Maybe it will break to the upside. We don't know that yet, but certainly looks a little bit more positive than others. Coty is off the green support. Dash has made it above that red broken support, so I'm going to remove that one from the picture. Dash has to break. It's not really a bull flag, is it? No, I don't like Dash, honestly. The fact that it has come down all the way to, that's actually a double major support, right? It's a major support that just was tested. So I'm going to remove this one here, okay? And let's put it this way, right? It could, I mean, it's the blue support that was tested just recently. Now, is it going to break out and rally? Oh, everything is speculative. Just don't fall in love with your coins. There's money to be made, but it's just you need to speculate. You can't buy and hold anything. They're all crap. So, and dogecoin, you can see here that red channel was broken, and so was the golden support, right? This golden support was broken, but now it's back above that golden support, which is slightly bullish. But of course, it really has to go back into that red and tell me that I am wrong. I am wrong by thinking the red channel is broken. This is what, the price action has to tell us, not anything else. DYDX, not good. Phantom, I don't know, the blue bull flag, maybe GRT, not good. Hive, slightly okay. That golden broke support. Chainlink is off the red bottom band, and now it's above that golden broken support. That is slightly positive, of course, for Chainlink. Either way, the red channel, even though this is slightly damaged, held. You can see that support, right? And I'm going to now put that into perspective. Right, let's remove this one. Yeah, that blue support held, and I think the red channel is very much intact and it's ready to go. Litecoin, Mana is off the green support, the red support, and is it going to run to the red top band and break it? That's the question. Matic, obviously bad, and PYR is off the blue support and the red. So this is the only one that is looking slightly positive after touching multi-year lows. Yeah, it has touched multi-year lows, but is it going to run and break that red top band? That is the hope. And Render is all inside the red uptrend. You can see slight damage, but it's still managing to hold inside. RSR, Sandbox, not much. Shiba is off the green support and maybe we'll get to the blue top band and break it. Solana is inside. You can see here, it's still above that black support, okay? Yes, it looks a little bit shaky, but it still managed. So I'm going to put it perfectly like this, right? It still is inside or outside the black channel. That is what matters for Solana. And TIA is inside the red bull flag. Uni, no. Ripple, yeah, Ripple looks slightly positive. This is the weekly chart. And yeah, the blue resistance may be broken. Tezos has broken that excuse me, that red resistance finally. The purple, green, maybe pull back and then break to the upside. Zcash is surprising because it is off that golden support and it's now coming closer to that golden resistance. So it's slightly positive. Ton, no. H bar, somebody asked me about header at hash graph, and you can see here that golden support held. So this has a bit more hope, especially considering that red channel is still intact. And this is Fetch AI coin, and the golden channel is very much a bull flag now. So Fetch AI, which is FET, is going to probably stay inside the golden channel, or the red one, the golden bull flag, and then we break to new highs. And Venri has broken the red downtrend, and the golden bottom band was not tested. The fact that this is breaking, it means I think there is a chance for it to get to the blue top band and then maybe pull back from there. So there is a chance, yes, especially considering that Bitcoin is running. All these altcoins may join. All right, guys, I hope it helps. Let me know if you have any questions. I always take chart requests, as you know. Bye.